Cool. Okay, guys. So last talk of today. I'd like to present Ibrahim.
Yeah, Ibo. Everybody calls me Ibo. So, last one. Are you all tired? Good. So I'm going to talk about disaster ninja. I'm Ibrahim Saricicek, Ibo Yellow Flower, and I'm working for Kontur. First, let me talk a bit about Kontur, to be short. And then Disaster Ninja, our open source application, web application. And also there are some inner applications in Disaster Ninja. These are like event feeds, some analytics, and some administrative boundaries. And then I will talk about, now Disaster Ninja is open, that's why I'm here. And also I will talk about contour population dataset. We're not just producing open source software, we're also producing open source data. And also I'm going to show you some data insights from Disaster Ninja, and there are going to be some bivariate layers and highlighting the most populated areas, discover poorly mapped areas, explore popular areas, and also identify heat stress risk areas. And also we have some bunch of base maps, and also we have reports. So Kontur is a product company specialized in disaster management and also geoinformation. And our solutions include datasets and programs and products that are used in emergencies. The most important part in this presentation will be the emergencies and disasters. So we have development offices in Belarus, Poland, and the USA. And please check our GitHub account, because we are contributors of PostGIS. We are contributors of PostgreSQL bindings for H3. And also we are contributor for NebulaGL. This is a drawing tool for DeckGL. Maybe you have heard about it. And also, of course, Disaster Ninja that I'm going to dig in this presentation. And besides, we have a bunch of location data and advanced analysis tools which are processing those data, and that can be used for many sector solutions. Yes, we're dealing with disasters, yes, dealing with data, but this data can be used in many solutions. Like that can be smart city, that can be smart city applications, or an agricultural application, or you can deal with climate change. These data that I will provide you, will show you, is really very valuable data. So what is Disaster Ninja? And in mid 2019, we observed that humanitarian OpenStreetMap team was making the sites up after an earthquake in South America, identifying components that could be assisted with automation. So I think you all know about humanitarian OpenStreetMap team. I will call HOT from now on. And HOT is an international team dedicated to humanitarian action and community development through open mapping. So they are creating some open mapping campaigns. And what else I can say? They work together to provide map data which revolutionizes disaster management, reduces risks, and contributes to the achievement of sustainable development. And let's go back to Disaster Ninja. What we do here on Disaster Ninja. So what I can say, because of some difficulties on ongoing workload, the idea of Disaster Ninja came up, and we are the contributors of OpenStreetMap community, and we partnered with HOT team with not just one project, also with any other project that I'm going to deal with, also talk about. And also I can say we partnered with HOT team to create a tool that supports rapid development of emergency mapping campaigns. I will show you the impact of these campaigns on the map. And also today HOT response coordinators uses Disaster Ninja to prepare disaster sites ups. And it was taking maybe hours and days, and now it takes less and less time for them to make a mapping campaign, that I can say. So what can be the critical information for them to us? We have an event feed on Disaster Ninja. Also, you can reach this event feed. The event feed is provided by us, and we collect, process, prioritize, and deliver disaster information from multiple data suppliers. So if you would like to use this kind of data, please reach us, and we can provide you some API. And also, there's a hot Slack channel, and there's a notification channel for them. We have built a notification engine for them. And also, you can reach the event feed from Disaster Ninja interface. And also, we provide the hot Slack notification channel, and you can follow disaster alert channel on hot Slack to get a sense of how many disasters are ongoing daily. So what can you get from there? This shows that where the disaster happened, when it happened, what is the time frame and its severity, and it's maybe the most important thing is how many people are exposed to each disaster. So we have the feed if it's a humanitarian impact, because in Turkey there are lots of earthquake happening. You can sometimes you can feel it or not, but if it doesn't have any humanitarian impact, it's not an event for us. That's why it has to affect some people. And how we calculate the population, and how we decide how many people are there, and is there a severity of data? Is there building there? Is there some road there? If you want to bring some aid there, is there any infrastructure there? How we understand? We have a bunch of data that I will talk about. So we have also analytics on Disaster Ninja. We show this is the a disaster have a geometry, has an impact area. So in this impact area, there is some population, and there's lack of building, there lack of, as I said, roads and infrastructure. We calculate this for hot team. And also, you don't need to have a disaster geometry. You can draw your own geometry, or you can use our administrative boundaries that can be just one click reachable and can be selected, and you can calculate the population and any other details that I will dig in on this presentation. So let's talk about the Kontur population data set. For all of these information, of all of these analysis, it has to be come through by this kind of population data set. If you don't have population data set, you cannot do this kind of analysis. So how we do it? To enable analysis and bivariate lists that I'm going to talk about, also bivariate lists, we have created a custom global population data set. This can be found on this link. By the way, you can download it. It's an open data. What is the detail of this data? It's a vector H3 hexagons with population counts at 400-meter resolution, and it's available humanitarian data exchange, and also it's open for everyone, of course. And I can add something, that this is the most downloaded data set. Maybe now or not, I don't know, but some months ago it was the most used data for everyone. How we created this kind of data? We always keep it up to date, by the way. And initially it was based on data from Facebook and European Union GHS project. We improved it by adding Microsoft Computer Vision map buildings and Copernicus global land cover. And of course, we use OpenStreetMap in the mix, of course. And we are also improving country-level data like New Zealand buildings dataset and Microsoft Australia buildings. And also we have our commercial customer regions interest of data that we added to this data. And also, if you know about a data source that maybe improve our data set, please provide us, because this is not just important for us or hot team, it's important for everyone that downloaded this data. I will produce it. So, Disaster Ninja. Disaster Ninja is now open source, and the interface and the backend that feeds the front end became accessible. It's on GitHub Kontur account, like the other ones, like the PostJS and H3 for PostgreSQL and the Nebula GL. You can find it. So I think yes, this is open source. You can please, if any effort to implement new ideas, or if you find a bug, it will be really very valuable for us. But we are dealing with disasters, and because of rapid and unplanned urbanization, the effects of disasters are more devastating than before. And so any effort that will be done on Disaster Ninja will not just be helpful for us, or also for people that are in need during a disaster. That's why it's so important, I think, the Kontur population dataset and also Disaster Ninja. And also, due to global warming and climate change and the unexpected disasters that are experienced in many parts of the world, and it's becoming more normal. But this is not a normal situation, but the floods are becoming normal, and you can hear in any other part of the world. So we have also bivariate manager. What is that? It's a tool for analyzing and finding new insights from a set of suggested layers. And the heart of bivariate manager is its bivariate layers. And by this way, you can this allows us to see things at once on a single map. For example, if we have total buildings estimate and also OCM building access on the map, you can show it on just one map with some different colors. So with this kind of data and with this kind of bivariate manager and layers, what we can do. So this is Turkey, and you can see green areas, and also you can see yellow and red areas. This is so valuable data, I think, because these highlight the most populated areas. Typically, it's urban areas, the highest population density. It gives a higher priority in humanitarian activities during a disaster. This is, of course, made possible by urban core layer, but this is not just valuable for disasters. This is valuable for retail marketing. This is important for urban design. This is maybe important for agricultural design, how can I say, agriculture production. And what else we have? We have Kontur urban core and Kontur settlement periphery. If a disaster happens, you cannot find every village, every town. So we show it after the disaster about of the geometry. So first of all, we have the urban core, the most populated areas, and then we have the settlement periphery. These are showing the towns and villages and where the people are living there. So if you have to urgently move that place, you have to know where people are living. So then you have to know their buildings there, their roads there. If you have an aid, how will you prepare and bring them all to the settlement that is shown on Disaster Ninja? So this is also, I think, valuable. And one of my colleagues asked me when I was making a test run of this presentation, I said this is because I'm a city and regional planner. I'm a software engineer, but I graduated as city and planner, and this was really valuable data when I was a student. If I had this kind of data, I would do lots of how valuable projects, I think. In that time, it was 2004 or 5. We were lacking of this kind of data. That's now. We were just making some, how can I say, estimations about population. So also we have Kontur OCM quantity. The red areas have higher population density but fewer mapped objects. Populated regions with mapping coverage is measured by the density of general objects. So this is this is what the red areas are. Lots of people living there, but there is lack of OCM information there. So you have to develop you have to develop the infrastructure of OpenStreetMap there. This is so, I think, important. And what hot team is doing that they are trying to find the red areas to make some mapping campaigns. And also we show hot project outlines, and according to hot, each year disasters around the world kill 100,000 and affect or displace 200 million people. So can you see how mapping campaigns have changed our infrastructure? You know, these are the points of hot mapping campaigns. It's something somewhere like India, I think, and the most campaigns happening areas are the most OCM developed areas, as you see. So these campaigns really work. You can understand from this bivariate layer. So contour OCM antiquity. Red areas have more map views but fewer recent updates. So people are just zooming there and looking at what's there. I don't know why, but people are dealing with this area, but there is lack of information there. So you can also get some insight about that area, because any emergency event or any disaster happens, the people just go there and zoom into that place. So you can understand that there should be some population and building and some vectoral infrastructure have to be there. So how's it going? Are you bored? Are you still tired? I'm energetic. And contour nighttime heat wave risk. Red areas are densely populated and have the highest number of hot nights per year. This is I think so important data, because the heat waves means that I think you have to have air condition, but you don't have. It's that much hot, but you don't have any air condition, or maybe an isolated house. But these are the places that you can reach also from our bivariate layers. And what else I can say? We have also building quantity versus OCM road length information, and many layers and many combinations of these kind of maps. And we have base layers. We have extensive experience in map rendering and map CSS and that global scale dataset building. Of course, we have. You can reach our base maps on Foursquare Studio. It's contour lines and contour Zimbrock. It's one of them is a light and the other one is a dark base map, and I think they're perfect for data visualization. And we're also using it on Disaster Ninja. So one more. I think this is also maybe the second valuable layer for me, at least for me. And as you know, since 2015, OpenAirMap has been aiming to democratize Earth observation. OpenAirMap.org. You can reach aerial image, or if it's an open satellite data, you can upload it there, and you can reach your data, or you can make someone reach your data from there. So you can share and access openly licensed aerial and satellite image worldwide from there. And this year, Kontur took part in guiding redesign of open aerial map with product mindset. And they're trying to make, the whole team trying to make a new version of open aerial map more usable, more some UX improvements, and also maybe see all the single images as one layer, as we have done. What I can say here is you can reach OpenAirMap just one image if you just search and if you click it, but we have created a layer, just a base map that is consisting of all OpenAI images. And if you have an image and if you would like to use it as a layer, just upload it to OpenAI and we are immediately, it can be a TMS layer that you can use on your applications. So that collaboration and guidance led us to create this kind of layer and reports. And also Kontur on Disaster Ninja, we are preparing some reports, and Kontur generates several reports that help validate OpenStreetMap quality. What else I can say? These reports contain links and links to the areas on ocm.org links and open them in GeoSM editor with enabled remote control for editing. I think I'm done. I was going to show you also the Disaster Ninja if I have chance to do that. It would be perfect for me, but I don't know how I can do this. I've tried to do.
Yeah, if you throw it onto the second screen.
Okay, let me go to disaster. India.
This is a good test as well because it's on a
Yeah.
screen resolution from the 90s.
Yeah. I have a neck heart. I start today like this. Okay. So we have analytics. Yes, there is a draft in East Himalaya. And also, how can I go down? You can also see the humanitarian crisis in Ukraine. And also, let's go to an earthquake in, where is it? It's Chile. And also, let's go to earthquake in Ecuador. Yes, you can get the analytics from our analytics panel. You can see the population and also OCM gaps from the analytics, and building unmapped and roads unmapped, and also let's go to the legend. I don't want to see hot tasking projects. Yes. Also, I don't want to see control OpenStreetMap quality. What I want to see is, let's go to layers and show me Kontur Urban Core. Yes, these are the places that many people are living there. Let's add one more layer, like as world imagery, and let's go zoom in if it's really a center. Yes, I think it's maybe because of this, and maybe some also small towns are there, and also there are some clouds here. Also, there's a settlement here, and also we have, as I said, the settlements. And also we have Kontur OpenStreetMap mapping activity and OpenStreetMap road completeness and building quantity and blah 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 so on. So please go to GitHub account and fork it, change it, and please use our population data and give us some big feedback to improve this kind of data and also this software. This is so valuable, not just for us, also for all humanity, I can say. Thank you for listening to me.
No questions on YouTube, they're a bit shy.
Really?
But I've got a question or a comment, I don't know, you can say how you like, but I really see that as really fascinating for pre-disaster planning and also post
Yeah.
post-disaster planning, especially looking at where there's gaps in OSM. That's it just brings it to life on the map. That's brilliant. Again, it goes back to the previous presentations on the communication, and if I was amateur just hacking around on OSM, I do it in my local area. But if I was made aware that this is an area more in need instead of some suburb in Basingstoke, how do we get that out to the people?
You're true. And also, this is important that ocean quality is always perfect in developed countries. And you zoom into Europe, in the United States, it's always green. So you have to deal with the red areas and also the yellow areas, because also when I was working for any other sectoral companies, we were using OCM data for Europe. It was perfect, but for any other countries, it was not usable. For any reason, it's not for just humanitarian. It's just for vehicle tracking or reverse geocoding. It's not so valuable. It's outside of Europe and United States.
Yeah, absolutely. That's great. And my other question, not question, but another comment: open aerial map for merging everything into one layer.
Yeah,
brilliant.
Yeah.
That's the one thing that we've looked at integrating that layer with, and because it's all separate layers and difficult to manage.
This is the main problem. This is maybe the main pain point.
Yeah, and we've got a lot of aerial photography that we've captured ourselves over the last few years. It's sitting on hard drives and it's with our customer accounts. But our customers would almost certainly say, make it public. So we can now start publishing to Open Aerial Map as a commercial provider, which is quite rare. But that makes that more viable. What's the relationship with you and Open Aerial Map? Because I can't quite.
This is the Open Aerial Map. The whole team is dealing with Open Aerial Map now, and we involved in the making the guidance of what can be the version 2. It's like what should be the user experience, and also what can be the technical new parts. What can we add to this infrastructure? We have involved, and we together created a guidance document for them. And also the most valuable pain point was this, because you can just see one layer, and it has to be like OpenStreetMap. You just go and edit just one layer, but you can reach it as a base map. So there's not a base map for OpenAIR Map, and now we have. And so if you have this kind of data, just upload to OpenAIR Map, and it's in minutes, maybe hours. It can be a layer for you.
That's great.
Yeah.
Great, thank you very much.
Thank you. I don't know anything to get from here, I think.
No worries. Have we stopped streaming now?
I'm just stopping now, because there's a lag.
Cool.
I'll just put the agenda up for you.
Thank you.